Hello, hello, hello. This is Linda Gould. This is my 97th video Facebook Live. I have my friend and also another 100-day challenger, Julie Lawal from London. Hi, Julie.
Hi, Linda. How are you? It's good to see you today. How's it going?
Awesome, awesome. I'm having a great time today. I'm getting close to my 100th day video, and it's going to be exciting. I'm going to try to have a little party on Monday after our meeting with our yes, our Pink Diamond meeting, and I'm going to invite as panelists everyone that wants to participate. I think I can have 10 participants, but 100 attendees. So I'm working on that. It's going to be awesome.
Fantastic.
So I wanted to talk and bring you on as a panelist and talk about what you do, how you got started, all the new things that are happening with you, Julie. I read your story and it's so awesome. That's why I called and asked you if you'd be one of my guests.
Oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you. Yeah, sure. I can speak to your audience. I'll just say hello to everybody who's watching. I'd love to. Thank you so much, first of all, for asking me to be a guest on your Facebook Live. That's super exciting. And I'll share how I got started. And yes, I am on the video challenge with you as well. So my Facebook page started up a little over 2 months ago. And it's called Fenwife. And I can just talk through the story of why it's Fenwife. So, and just go into my story and how this whole thing evolved and how I got into the video challenge, right? And maybe speak to the experiences that I've had along the way. So, so in 2010, I met I didn't know he was going to be my husband then, right? We were dating. So I met Adawale. And 3 years later, we were married. And then we had, like you do, like couples do, you have to decide, are you going to live in his place or are you going to live in my place? Or do you start over and buy somewhere new? So I did the 3 things in succession that you're not supposed to do, right? I changed jobs, I got married, I moved house in the space of about 3 months. And so that was exciting. I now know why people advise you not to do that.
A lot of work, right?
It really was. So that was a lot thrown my way. But anyway, there we are. We somehow coped. And I moved to an area of the UK called the Fens, actually. So it's just it's a region north of London. So hence the name Fen. So it's an area of region. It's just waterlands, wetlands historically. So they've drained it all out nowadays, but that's the history. And of course, wife, because I became a wife. So we were just settling into married life, and just under about 2 years into married life, Adawale got really sick. And he had an underlying condition he was born with it. So it's called sickle cell anemia. And then he unfortunately suffered a stroke. So what that meant was that made his underlying condition really serious. So the medics were all over him. And it just meant he had to be hospital bound for a couple of years with blood transfusions every week. And so what happened in the end, after many, many months of backwards and forwards to hospital, and, our life changed considerably with being able to do what we want anytime we want, to being constrained. We can't do that on Thursday, we got to be in hospital, or, this kind of stuff. And then in the end, he had to have a stem cell transplant to cure him of his sickle cell, basically. Now, the only trouble is, for anybody who's not in the UK and might not know, we have a national health system, so all our taxes pay in for that. And the idea is that you can then access healthcare. And generally speaking, most of your medical bills are picked up that way. But what we found was, with this one, in a specialist case, it was way, 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 way outside the realms of regular healthcare. So what that meant was we just had to find the money to pay for it ourselves, because no insurance, private insurance didn't cover it. The National Health didn't cover it. Meanwhile, he was getting sicker and sicker week by week. And to the point where whilst all this was going on, he had a second stroke, which made matters a bit more serious and worse. So there we were, newly married and all this going on. And so, yeah, that's at that point in time, that's when I first got onto Facebook and thought, oh, crikey, what's this? I've got to get on and do a video to fundraise and get the money together, which I did. And we were able then to access that treatment for him. And I think really that was such a pivotal moment in both our lives. But for me in particular, it's like it was really, you really don't know what you're capable of until you're put in the hottest of water. And you don't really know what you're made of until you're really, really challenged that way. So, yeah, it was a tough few months. But we got him through it, and I'm happy to say that a year and a half on, his stem cell transplant was a success, which is great news. But what it made me realize, at the time I was still in corporate life, and my bosses at the time was somewhat accommodating that I had to be out of the office for a while. But then at the time when he really needed me the most, which was after hospital, that was when I had the most challenges to, be with him and look after him, because he was recovering from chemo and radiotherapy and all that. And that's quite difficult. And I thought, I don't really want to be in the position of having to ask permission to have time off to spend with family members anymore. So that was my drive to go out there looking for how else can I earn my living and work and do other things. So the reason why I started all this internet marketing and sort of like began my journey to transition away from corporate life into digital marketing and all that entails, that's where it all began. So that was my driver. And then so here we are. So my learning curve really to transition from one to the other was like, almost perpendicular. They're two different worlds. But what has been really interesting is all the fabulous people that I've met along the way, such as Linda. We have a great network, don't we, Linda? We're part of a fabulous community.
Yes.
And we all support each other. And every time we meet up at a live event, we always have it's like we've been friends for like years. It's really, I can't describe it. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
We always have a good giggle. And it's important because, yes, you have to learn a lot. Yes, it's serious, trying to set up your own business and do your own thing. But also you need the camaraderie as well for me. And I really appreciate that in the groups that we're involved with together.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's how that all began. Our mentor. So we share a mentor, don't we, Linda? So we're Shakir Hussein is our mentor. And he very kindly set us a challenge, didn't he? And so we've all been enjoying getting outside of our comfort zones as well.
Lots of challenges for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but a lot of them were technical ones, actually.
Well,
actually getting the camera and talking wasn't so bad. It was getting all the tech to work as well. So... But that's been really interesting, actually, because I don't know about you, Linda, but I found I've been documenting my journey through my videos and how I've grown through the process. And I found myself sort of thinking more and more about people like me who were or still are in corporate life, just struggling for that, a little bit of restlessness, if you like. What else is there? There must be more to life than this. I want to spend more time with my kids, my family, whatever. So I'm as I'm going through this, I'm finding I'm more and more kind of speaking to the audience of helping people transition or just maybe move part-time to then do something else.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm coming from, to help other people to just help open their mind to other possibilities and ways of still giving your life purpose and meaning, but not necessarily within the corporate four walls. Because in the end, it drives you nuts, if we're honest. I don't know. It's just you just have sort of like I call it a midlife awakening. It's not a midlife crisis, it's a midlife awakening. Or at least it was for me.
Well, yes, there's a lot of things that we go through, and I've talked about this in my Facebook, where you want to say how much are you going to work, and if it's going to be part-time, it's fine to be a part-time worker, and you start to learn little by little because we have a life, right? And when we do have that life, we can come back and we can continue to do our work. But it's always great to have a community when you're working together, and you have to learn how to take notes, and that way when you're off doing your real life, real life, then you come back here and you know where you left off and you can continue. Otherwise, it's going to be a little uphill battle. But I figure when we do it together and we're working and we're in that challenge is really helps you not only to learn, but to express and to incorporate your group, your friends, your followers, to know who you are, know, like, and trust as a part of the community. And that's why, we're all here together today, right?
Yes, and it's the encouragement. Yes, it's all absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree. It's all part of stepping up and being there for your potential customers, and as well, it is the camaraderie, isn't it, online as well, and the support. So when you do have the days where you're stumbling a bit, everybody's there to sort of like give you a little bit of a lift and encouragement. And it's great because as well, people watch your stuff or read your content, and just one comment can make all the difference, in a way that you've helped somebody. So it's been really rewarding, and with some nice surprises along the way too.
So tell me about your Facebook page that you just started. And then you have another surprise to go after that I didn't tell anyone.
Oh, well done you, Linda. That's awesome. Yeah, so my Facebook page right now is just called Fenwife, and you can reach me on that. It's just at the Fenwife, so FENWIFE. And so, yeah, what I've been doing is I've been posting all my videos on there, and people have been posting me comments and messages, which has been fabulous. So keep it up, everyone. And and what I experienced, as I say, it's been a huge learning curve, very rewarding in terms of my journey, but also I'm discovering how I can help other people, and I am already reaching out and doing that. And as I was saying earlier, it struck me how it's really resonating with people in corporate life as well, who want to spread their wings a bit. So this led me onto an idea, and I thought, well, what if I can document this in a way that's even more helpful and can reach more people? So yes, so the scoop of the day, everybody, are you ready for this? Is I'm the author of the upcoming book Fenpreneur: How to Digitally Remaster Your Career and Life Purpose. So I'm very excited to announce that to you. It's the first time I've announced that publicly. I've just started to work on it, and I'm really happy to share this with you, Linda, today, and your community.
Well, we're looking forward to that. Julie's a great author, and that was one of her tasks that Shakira had given her, right? To start learning how to copyright and talk and read. And I mean, she's an awesome writer, as you'll see when you go to her site, Fenwife, right?
Yes, that's it. At the Fenwife. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Linda. Yes, that was my other challenge as well. So study hard the copywriting, and that helps you with all your marketing communications. So yes, it's been a super duper exciting journey, and yeah, very excited that I can bring this all together now in a book. So hopefully upcoming in the spring. So stay tuned for more on that.
Well, there you have it. Is there anything else you would like to add, Julie? Because I really appreciated you being on at my 97th Facebook Live. We planned this a long time ago, and finally we made it, and I'm really happy that you're here. And just I'm just relaxed enjoying you as one of my challengers. I'm going to beat you, you know.
I know. Yes, I have some ways to go. I think I'm on about number 60, but I'm getting there. I am going to do this because we all committed, and I'm a woman of my word, so it will be done.
Right.
So I'm going to get busy.
That's right. We're all winners when we complete it all at once. So I'll be there supporting you as well.
Thank you, Linda. Yes, and I think I think my only last word would be to anybody who is maybe a little bit scared to do something that they're just afraid of doing, or a little bit apprehensive. Just get out there and do it, because I was apprehensive on the video challenge, but I just did it. And yes, it was goofy for probably 5 or 10 of them, but then you get better. So it's like any skill, it's just practice. And with practice you get better, and then when you get better, lovely people like Linda ask you to be their guest on their Facebook lives, and that's awesome. So just do it.
Okay, there it is. Just do it. That's our word for today. I'm sending you blessings, blessing our family, our friends, and you. So with that, Linda Gould, Julie I messed it up your last name again.
You nearly got it. It's you. Lawal. There you go. Perfect.
Lawal.
Perfect.
If you see her page, it's Penwife on Facebook. Look her up. You'll see her other posts, and you'll see her story. And look for her book coming up soon. Have a great day. Thank you, Julie, for joining us. I'm so grateful that you're here. We have this great setup here that my friend Ron introduced me to with Zoom, and I'm really loving this as well. Can you tell?
Yes, it's excellent. It's just been so much fun. Thank you so much.
It's been really fun. Great. Okay, everyone, have a great day. Start the day off really blessed. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Bye, Linda.
Okay.